MovieWeb.com.
These are the sordid tales of how it all came crashing down.
This is an epic Los Angeles crime saga.
And you're researching your role?
Yes, it takes place in the near future.
Scientists are saying the future is going to be far more futuristic than they originally predicted.
You're gonna have to wear a bulletproof vest.
Well, can you tell me a little bit about the graphic novel, just since you have it up there?
Well, the graphic novel is the prequel to the film. And the whole story is 6 chapters, and the graphic novel is chapters 1, 2, and 3. And the movie picks up where the book leaves off. And we wanted to try to create a cross-media storytelling experience for audiences that kind of brings you back to serialized fiction and growing up and reading comic books and thinking about the excitement and anticipation of the next issue. We're trying to give audiences an opportunity to have that same sense of excitement where the movie is the completion of the book. And at the same time, the movie stands alone on its own, but if you want the deeper experience, you can then read the book after you see the movie and then kind of take a second look and get the whole big picture.
The basic concept is this. I play an LAPD cop who isn't who he seems. He's a paranoid schizophrenic who has a supernatural gift. He sees things, and he senses a change in the city.
Crime suddenly skyrockets for no apparent reason. The world is coming to an end. And he's the only one who can see the truth.
What's the truth?
My character, he realizes that the apocalyptic crime rate is because of global deceleration. The rotation of the Earth is slowing down at a rate of 0.0000006 miles per hour each day, disrupting the chemical equilibrium in the human brain, causing very irrational criminal behavior.
So how much apocalyptic literature did Richard have to give you guys to brush up on for this?
Bible's worth.
Yeah.
I read the first page, that was it. With Richard, obviously, Richard is extremely detailed in his process, but, as Sarah's been saying, still, very much allowing you to be open with the dialogue and material and letting us change and play on set. But he was very specific with the characters, and especially with who he wanted to play the characters. And I remember sitting down with him for the first time, very specific about me playing Boxer, very specific about Sarah playing Krista now, which I thought was a great choice. And especially once the movie's done, she does a great job.
Can I see the...
No. No. Can you not see that she has completely set you up? I mean, is there like video footage of the two of you together?
Yeah. There is. Lots of it.
Okay, so we have to give the whatever she wants.
She wants $1 million and a yes vote on Proposition 69. Are you Deep Throat too?
I'm not in that movie.
Daddy, we have to give her whatever she wants to get that DVD back. It's just a case closed.
This is extortion, sweetikins. $1 million is a lot of money, and we don't negotiate with terrorists.
If this gets out, the election is over.
It's an election year, Bob. Everyone pays.
Now, you got to work with Curtis Armstrong and Wallace Shawn, two huge 80s icons. What was that like, getting to do those scenes with him?
Well, actually, I'm not from, I often feel like I landed from the moon.
Yeah,
so
because you don't know them?
I don't know them, and I don't, so to me, they're another nice human beings who we work with.
Yeah.
But a lot of people tell me, so I work with actually a lot of big movie stars, but I think they're just another human being. But what I learned in common with all of them, they work very hard. They have this charisma on film, and Sean's really, really funny. The Rock's very I think he has his special because his action style, so he's very good at drama actor, comedian. So I feel I don't know, I just found different energy, and with working with them, because they have different energy and evoke different energy of me to be tangled with them in a different way. I think I'm very happy and grateful that I work with those great icons of Hollywood.
Well, you become an icon yourself, especially when you appear with a group like that, right?
Well, I think I'm very lucky, you know, because I'm the only one probably foreigner from other country in this film, and I carry different messages from otherworldly. I think I'm very grateful for Richard Cayley to cast me in the film, to give me this beautiful, hot role.
Roland, let me ask you, what goes through your head when you sit behind the wheel? Cruising the streets, digesting humanity. Is it a process of elimination? Each car that passes, the person inside, are they a mere suspect? Or are we all innocents, our chariots mere chess pieces, waiting to be thrown from the gridlock and into the arms of the wolves?
Well, I'd say we act like concerned citizens. We look at all the people, all the cars. We look for any unusual or erratic behavior. Speed changes or lane changes that seem unsafe.
Yeah, but don't you think emotions come into play?
The casting, I know you probably talked about that a lot, but I found it interesting that there's a lot of SNL cast members in here, but also that The Rock, Seann William Scott, and Sarah Michelle Gellar, and Mandy Moore are in the top-rated SNL shows, hosts, since 9/11. I'm wondering, did you know that, and did that have anything to do with the casting that you put together?
I did not know about the ratings being so high for those actors, but it doesn't surprise me because Dwayne and Justin and Sean, Mandy, Sarah, they're all very funny and they're very charismatic and they're very good at adapting to a situation in terms of improv. And a lot of improvisation happened in this film with all these actors. And so I'm really thrilled that the cast gets to show a new dimension to their talent.
Well, I know there's been some talk about the showing you showed, I guess, at Cannes.
Yeah.
And after watching the movie, I am so interested in seeing what got cut out, because I can tell that there's, little story threads, that there's got to be more going on.
Yeah, there's, and at some point I'll put together a longer director's cut, but I really am very happy with this version, because we, since we showed what we had at Cannes, which was always a work in progress, we added an additional 100-some visual effects shots and did a lot of additional work. So there's definitely some deleted scenes that I'd be excited to reassemble in a longer cut down the road. But I'm actually just very grateful that I get to have a movie released that's 2 hours and 24 minutes, because it's tough to get a movie over 2 hours released in theaters these days. It's a short attention span world that we live in, and the distribution windows are tight and theatrical distribution. So I'm very fortunate.
Anyone who knows anything of history knows that great social changes are impossible without feminine upheaval.
Okay, our first issue today is terrorism. Go ahead and make fun of my prophecies all you want, Fortunio. But deep down inside, everyone wishes they were a porn star.
Really?
We're a bisexual nation living in denial. All because of a bunch of nerds. A bunch of nerds who got off a boat in the 15th century and decided that sex was something to be ashamed of. All the Pilgrims did was ruin the American Indian orgy of freedom.
Well, how did he convince you to sing on the soundtrack?
Who, me? Oh, I was going to say, right.
I know you have a
Richard.
wonderful voice. So.
No. Richard, I had
Alcohol.
nothing to do with that.
Alcohol. You just plied you with some alcohol, and then it was all from there.
Pretty much, because it's pretty much the only way to get me to actually do it.
And she did great, right?
Yeah.
Do you really believe it when he goes, she did great? Yeah.
Well, Krista Now is a derivative of Christ Now, or Now is Christ. I'm wondering if there's any implication in any of the other material he may have given you that says that your character is like the Antichrist, but we never see that in the film. Is that what, and you're like the apostle. Is that what I'm supposed to get from that?
Well, here, the great thing about that is you're not wrong. And that's one of the things that's the beauty of this movie, honestly, Southland Tales. And we've taken this movie to Cannes, it's been everywhere, we've talked to a ton of people. And for a lot of people, they're like, well, I think it means this, and I think it means that. And it's very interpretive, much like the Bible. Our response is the same, well, you're not wrong.
It is time for a surgical strike. Fascist pigs!
I'm a pimp, and pimps don't commit suicide. It all ends tonight.
It had to be this way.
I know.
There'd be a lot less violence in the world if everyone just got a little more cardio.